Oh, this is... Hi. That was really fucking awkward. That wasn't awkward intro, it was just me breathing in, and then it was like, wow, what the fuck is going on with Audacity? Sure, that's weird. How the fuck does that pick up on the mic? I don't know. But, fun news. I don't know why. I don't know how. And I don't know what came across my mind. Just like, that's a good idea. But I'm reading Pattycakes 2. Officially it's called Pattycakes Part 2, but I'm not calling it that because I split up the original Pattycakes that I did with my friends into multiple parts. Actually, I'd probably be recording my little Alcorn right now. But, fuck you, I'll record whatever the fuck I feel like. So, I got a fun fact for you all. I almost said y'all, but then I realized I'm not Southern. And I'm not white trash. I am trashy white. I don't know. But, I tried recording this yesterday. Yeah, I had to scrap that recording altogether, because I was awkward. Because at some point, I don't remember where, my mom walked in. So I was like, oh, fuck, now I gotta pause the recording, and now I'll probably have to scrap it. Because I got bothered 2 other times. And so, yeah. So, let's try this again. I don't know how long this will be. I've read part of the story from yesterday. That's about it. What can you do? Anywho, author's note. I am pleased at the reaction of Pattycakes. Some of it is positive, some of it is negative. But most of it is negative, which pleases me to no end. In other words, that was a troll fiction. Haha, gotcha. Okay, now. My aim was to create a work of both parody and fetishism. Huh. But I must admit, the original work is not without its flaws, both from plausibility and logic without sacrificing them and making the story progress as soon as possible. Now, last time I commented on the fuck you talking about, bro. Logic in My Little Pony. That makes no sense. Then I remembered, oh yeah, we never make any sense. Because honestly, trying to bring logic to a world full of technicolor ponies who have magic and abilities such as that, it's not very smart. But then I remembered, we do stupid things a lot. It's true, we do. So, I don't care much. Admittedly, I kind of rushed that story and didn't much get feedback before posting it. This time I will endeavor to do better. Without further ado, enjoy. Pattycakes the Second. That's what I'm calling this. By Peggy Corn on the Cob. Seriously, what the fuck's that?
Okay, let's see if I can get this right this time.
My Fluttershy voice. It's so sexy. I know you all love it. How can you not love it? Yellow Pattycakes had grinded the selected dough with the mortar and pestle and became a fine powder. All of New Vegas? Anyone? No? Damn it. Mixed in the contents of the ceramic bowl with some liquid, she poured the results into the chamber of the alembic. Lighting the burner, she began the distillation progress, while the rest of the tubes and containers waited the flow of gases and liquids as they separated and mixed together, again in a symphony of chemistry. Also, I think it would have been earlier, would have been a better time to say this, but if you haven't seen Pattycakes Part 1, or Pattycakes the original, or whatever the fuck I'm going to call it, I probably don't have a name for it, and I probably won't ever. Go watch that, and this will make a lot more sense. And when I say a lot more sense, I mean, goddamn, a lot more will be explained. Or, I'm just kind of sum it up here. Fluttershy wants to be a mommy, she got Rainbow Dash and broke her so much that she thinks she's a baby. There, done. That's what that was. So shall we get started again? After some time, the process was completed, and the Yellow Pattycakes took the resulting beaver and examined the contents.
The color is a bit off.
She took a sniff of the liquid in the glass.
Potent. Almost too potent. Shoot! It's too powerful to use normally, but... maybe for a special occasion. I'll have to thank Twilight sometime for the alchemy set and Sakura for the recipes. Oh wait, I already have.
Silly Twilight. No. Silly Fluttershy. Tricks are for kids. Fluttershy thought out about another 2 memories from her scrapbook. Just then she heard the sound of crinkling behind it. Mommy, what are you doing? I don't care what kind of voice I give Dashie. I'm calling her Dashie now. I don't know why. I haven't even read that story for you guys. Fluttershy turned around to see the mentally broken Rainbow Dash behind her. She was wearing a diaper as she always did nowadays. By the way, it's been a week since the events of Pattycakes. She had little choice. It seemed like she also constantly bore a simple-minded smiling expression on her face. Fluttershy smiled and walked up to her, Philly.
Mommy's working on some more special formula, sweetie, he said. Does this mean I'll have a new proto or sister?
Oh my god, it's almost as bad as Enchanted Twilight. I'm probably going to upload that for this because I actually just rendered it. So it's almost as bad as that, but not nearly as bad because of Batman Trixie. Alright, bye. Asked Rainbow Dash.
Perhaps. But Mommy's got to get the mixture just right. Why don't you go play with your blocks some more? Okay, Mama.
Or Mommy, or whatever the fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. It was raining. Alright, called Fluttershy. Oh, wait. No. Fuck. Ugh! Fluttershy stuck Rainbow Dash's pacifier back into her mouth. Blue Pegasus took very well to the act of suckling. Satisfied, Blue Pegasus went off to play with her toys. Pac-Man had been the happiest for Fluttershy yet, and she intended to keep it like that for as long as possible.
Oh, stay out of the basement. Mommy has to clean it up later. My BDSM.
Called Fluttershy. She's totally into BDSM. There's no way. She's so innocent. How's she not? It was raining. That much was certain. I think. But for the orange little Pegasus known as Scootaloo, that was lashing in her mind. As always. Little Philly's wings were too small to allow her to fly, but they served well enough as a means of propulsion when riding her scooter. Even as the weather was bad, she sped through the rain on her scooter, making her way to Speed Apple Acres. Raindrops bounced off her helmet, creating a sort of natural percussion. I don't know what to say about that. Eventually, she reached her destination. A secluded part of the farm where the Key Mark Sayer clubhouse built in one of the trees stood. I'm just reading the story. I don't edit the grammar. The windows were lit, which meant that her other two friends were home. Parking her scooter in the tree, she took off her helmet, sat on the scooter, climbed the ramp, shook herself off, and entered. All in that order. Hello, fellow Crusaders.
Hey,
said Bloom, who was wrapping up some small cardboard boxes.
Hi, Scoots.
Or should I call her Lulu? Shit, ow. Scoots or Lulu? Quite the dilemma. I'm calling her Scoots. I don't care what any of this is. Said Speedy Bell, who was writing on some sheets. So, what do we have planned for today to get our cutie marks? Pews! Asked Scootaloo. Or Scooch, rather. Mm-hmm. Cutie Mark Crusader triathletes, Cutie Mark Crusader treasure hunters, Cutie Mark Crusader dungeon callers. You're gonna go play the Binding of Isaac or something? Oh my god, that'd be the best thing ever. Cutie Mark Crusader Binding of Isaac players, or I don't know. Just make it into a fan fiction where the Cutie Mark Crusaders are the characters from the Binding of Isaac. Somebody do it. Somebody who watches this video, do it. I will pay you non-existent dollars. I don't have any money. That's why you have to use a shitty microphone. I didn't have money, but then I had to buy a computer. So, there are dungeons in Ponyville? Asked me. Well, maybe there's treasure buried in the dungeons, suggested Scoops. Then we could be Cutie Mark Crusader treasure hunting dungeon callers. That could work. Girls, I'm pretty sure there ain't no dungeons in Ponyville, said Bloom. Besides, we have a more important task ahead of us. Awesome, said Scootaloo. So, what's the plan? Fundraising, replied Bloom. Cutie Mark Crusader Wait, what? Said Scoots. Making money, replied Tweedle. Some of these attempts to find our cutie marks require having bits to spend, so we're organizing a fundraiser to continue our work getting our cutie marks. We got some cookies we can sell door to door. We get about two bits a box would be a fair to ask for each, said Bloom. That sounds good, said Scoots thoughtfully. Wait, who made these cookies? Was it Pinkie Pie? Heavens no, said Bloom. My sister had extra, so she allowed us to sell some. Before you ask, she was very much awake when you bake them, and they are very good. Sweet, said Scoots. Orange Pegasus looked outside the window and saw that it was still raining. Let out a sigh. It's a shame that the weather's not so good for being outside, lamented Scootaloo. If only Rainbow Dash had cleared the sky today. Speaking of which, has anybody seen her lately? There hasn't been a clear day for about 2 weeks or so. I'm surprised you want to see her, said Sweetie Belle. Hasn't it been a week since... Yes, it has. Let's not get into that, said Scootaloo. By the way, I actually don't remember what happened a week ago. I really don't. If anybody does remember, let me know. I'm genuinely curious. But if you don't remember, then we're on the same page, so I don't care. I don't know, maybe it's in Pattycakes, and I'm just too lazy to go look up.
Sorry. Anyway, just because the weather is bad, don't mean Rainbow Dash hasn't been doing her job, said Bloom. After all, we need rain just as much as the sunshine. Otherwise, none of these here apple trees would grow. Yeah, I suppose that's true. So, cookies, huh? Yep, cookies. Here, try one, said Bloom, handing Scootaloo a spiced apple cookie. These are good, said Scootaloo as she munched on one. They'll raise a lot of bits for sure. And so, for the rest of the afternoon, the Crusaders boxed up cookies and planned out the routes for making as much money as possible. Money, money, money. Loads of money.
If you got that joke, congratulations, that's an awesome game. The weather for the next day was much brighter, and so Scootaloo took it upon herself to sell cookies door to door since her scooter made her the fastest amongst Crusaders. Makes sense. Bloom and Sweetie Belle, in the meantime, decided to set up a stand in the middle of town square and sell cookies there. Though, considering the last time Bloom had attempted to be a sales pony, a way of trying to punch Dr. Who's dick until last Thursday, yeah, she reluctantly agreed to manage the finances of the stand, while Sweetie Belle approached passersby to attempt to sell their cookies. I think Sweetie Belle is a better choice here. She's more adorable. Okay, no. Although, I do prefer Sweetie Belle. So shut up. She's not. Scootaloo definitely felt like she had a better end of the deal. The speed of her scooter in the wind in her face made her feel alive. It's alive. As she pulled the wagon full of cookie boxes with her scooter. Still, she couldn't let her understand why she hadn't heard from Rainbow Dash in some time. Deciding to put it out of her mind for the moment, she parked by her first destination, Sugar Cube Corner. Taking a couple of boxes, approached the door and knocked. A pink, delightful pony answered the door shortly after. Hi, Lulu. I'm calling her Lulu because that's what Pinkie Pie called her at one point. So there you go, said Pinkie Pie. Hey, Pinkie, said Scoots. Look, I know this may seem a little strange because you live in a sweet shop and all, but I was wondering if you'd like to buy some cookies. They're laced with heroin. I mean, the Kingdom Crusaders are trying to raise funds. Cookies? I love cookies. What kind do you have? Spiced apple. Only 2 bits a box. I'll take one, said Pinkie as she ran off to get some bits and came back shortly after and exchanged 2 coins for the box. Thanks a ton, Pinkie Pie. Or I'll just call her Pinkie because Pinkie Pie is just awkward. Thanks a ton, Pinkie, said Scootaloo, taking... I'm not in the right state of mind for this. Taking the bits and putting them into the satchel. By the way, I've seen Dashy by any chance. Why am I calling her Dashy? Rainbow Dash? No. Why? Is it my turn to bring the milk? What? Even I don't get that. Huh? Milk? What are you talking about? Pinkie blinked for a moment, realized that she said something that she shouldn't have. Sorry, said the pink pony. Just having a Pinkie moment. You know me. Sometimes I say new things that even I can't understand. Scoots smiled and nodded, not wanting to argue it, knowing full well that Pinkie did say some of the things that often confused her. It's just like Imakuni. Imakuni wants you to play him as a basic Pokemon. But that's not going to happen. He goes around the world asking children who's cuter, me or Pikachu. Such a weird fucker. I can totally imagine Pinkie Pie being Imakuni. If you don't know who he is, go search him up. Because it is a Pokemon reference. From a trading card game. It's a card, Japanese only card, where the only thing it does is hurt yourself. And the text for it is so weird. And even stranger, the guy is real, so it's really creepy. And I can totally imagine Pinkie Pie being that person. Just so weird. It totally could happen. But that's beside the point. Scootaloo smiled and nodded. Well, if you see her, tell her I'm looking for her. Okie dokie loki, said Pinkie. What about Gummy? I want to hear about Gummy. I love Gummy. And with that, Scootaloo trotted back to the scooter and went back on her way. She went from door to door with a scooter and wagon full of cookie boxes, and many ponies whose doors she knocked on bought at least 1 box of cookies. Usually after a rush or 2, but nonetheless they bought a box. With every stop she made, she also asked if any pony had seen Rainbow Dash. But no pony could offer an answer. But secretly they all knew, because Fluttershy is a dirty pervert. I'm just improvising at this point, but it's fun. Eventually she reached the moss-covered home of Fluttershy, and knocked on the door. After about a minute or so, the pink-haired yellow Pegasus answered and smiled upon seeing Scoots. Oh, hello, Scootaloo. What can I do for you? I'm selling cookies to raise funds for the Crusaders. Only 2 bits a box. Would you like to buy one? Certainly.
You wait right there and I'll be right back.
With that, Fluttershy disappeared from view to get some bits. Scootaloo waited impatiently at the open door, looking inside the house on occasion. Dirty bastard. She noticed a stove with a pot on the fire that had a big ball on it. Soon enough, Fluttershy returned and handed Philly 2 bits. Scootaloo smiled and handed Fluttershy a box of spiced apple cookies in exchange. It's time, Fluttershy, said Scootaloo. Listen, I know you're good friends with Rainbow Dash. You know where she's been?
Rainbow Dash? No, I'm sorry. I haven't seen her in a while, said Fluttershy, burying her eyes. But the weather is nice, so I'm sure she must be out working. Yeah, I suppose. By the way, what's with that big bulb on the stove? Oh, that? I'm full sitting. Anyway, thank you so much for the cookies. They'll look like fundraising. Thanks, Fluttershy. See you later.
And with that, Scootaloo got back on a scooter and went off on her way to sell more cookies. Because, what else would she do? I don't know. Next, later on that day, she met up back with Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle at the clubhouse. With a lot of them, they raised a lot of funds, which made them very excited. But deep down inside, Scootaloo was worried. Still, that day had brought a lot of nice weather, so she figured Rainbow Dash must have been working, even if she didn't see her that day. Or the next day. Or the next day. Or the next day. The next day, Scootaloo got up bright and early. Once again, the sun was shining and the weather was nice, so she decided to go out on her scooter just for the fun of it. No cookie selling for her today, so she sped through the dirt and the trees, leaping over branches, getting covered in tree sap, dodging pedestrian ponies she zoomed by in the town, and generally did everything a Holy Terror would do. Seriously, what the fuck is a Holy Terror? She could see that the weather was clear, so she figured Rainbow Dash had cleared the sky that day. When she saw Pegasus clearing the sky, thinking it might have been a Rainbow Dash, Scootaloo sped after her until she could see the Pegasus more. I'm going to give this Pegasus a very awkward voice. The Pegasus in question was not blue, but rather white with a pink and green mane and tail, and a pink flower for a cue mark. Hey you! Scootaloo called it. White Pony seemed almost surprised. She seemed most surprised and flew down from a handle and weather and landed in front of Scootaloo. Can I help you, little fella? Asked the White Pegasus. Yeah. Who exactly are you? Oh, I'm Blossomforth. And, who might be you, little fella? I'm Scootaloo. Not to be rude or anything, but what exactly are you doing here? Oh, said Blossomforth. I'm just clearing the weather so it's all nice and bright. Is there a problem here? Do I have to go get my gun? I'm drinking a lot. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do here. I'm just kind of clearing the weather, actually. I don't know what's going on. No, yes. I thought Rainbow Dash usually handles the weather here in Ponyville. Yes, that's my understanding as well, but then she got drunk and fell off. What? Said the White Pony. I was following in for her until she gets better. Gets better? What? Is she sick? Asked Scootaloo. I'm sorry, said Blossomforth. I don't know the details. I was told that Rainbow Dash was no condition to do her usual routine duties here in Ponyville. Just take over for her or for them until further notice. Also, I'm allowed to drink on duty. I'm allowed to carry my gun. It's really not awesome. And who told you that she was no condition to do her duties? And why are you seem really drunk right now? Well, that's because I am, first of all. Since Scootaloo's suspicion was all the more piqued. Well, first of all, it's because I lack my alcohol. Second of all, I believe you're a Fluttershy, said Blossomforth thoughtfully. Scootaloo blinked for a moment, looking dumbfounded. Something wrong here, little lady. Do I have to go get my gun? Do I have to go shoot something with my drunkenness rage? No. Asked Blossomforth. No, nothing. Sorry to have bothered you. Please don't hurt me, for the love of God. Said Scootaloo sped off on her scooter. Lucky fella, we're about to get my gun to shoot her. I'm really drunk right now. Scootaloo didn't even give the White Pegasus time to say goodbye. Goddamn youth nowadays, not too polite at all. She rode straight over towards Fluttershy's house. She didn't stop by to see the other stairs or even tell anyone else where she was going, which I'd say may have been a bad idea. I'd say it's 2020. Expecting something, but never imagining the magnitude of the situation, she rode as fast as the wind could take her. When she finally got to her destination, she was surprised to find that the front door was open, but Fluttershy was nowhere to be seen. Scootaloo parked her scooter. She sat down on her helmet and crept inside the house. She looked around for any sign of the yellow Pegasus, but found none. Fluttershy, you home? Scootaloo called out. She received no answer, but heard a sound of giggling and what sounded like plastic objects banging against each other. Well, Fluttershy did say she was full sitting. Maybe she's with the foal. That would be the smart thing to assume, but you're not smart, so that's obviously not the case. Oh, well. Scootaloo followed the source of Scootaloo followed the source of the sounds until it led her to a closed door. She knocked on the door, but got no response. What else is new? Opening the door, she definitely heard a foal playing and giggling, but not see the foal just yet. As she came very slowly around the corner, she could see the back of an unidentified blue Pegasus. I wonder who that could be. Her mane was wrapped in a pink bonnet, and her tail was obstructed by a beanbag chair. Excuse me, little filly, said Scootaloo. Have you seen Fluttershy? Blue Pegasus turned around and giggled, looking straight at Scootaloo. I love this part. It's about where I left off, by the way. Making about the same time as well, so not bad. This will go very well, I'm sure of it. Scootaloo's eyes grew the size of pie plates and she backed away. Fuck her pie plates. She almost screamed at what she saw. It was obvious who the little filly was. So you're implying that a full-grown Pegasi can be mistaken for a little filly? Yeah, sure. It was Rainbow Dash, no mistake about it. I wonder who would have thought of that.
Mommy's water-winged posies. Do you want to play with me?
That's Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash? What the? And you're the baby act. Seriously freaking me out.
What's she talking about? I'm just a baby.
No, you're not. What's happened to you? I used to look up to you. I used to masturbate to photos of you. I realized you actually touched me inappropriately as a child, and it all made sense. Okay. That could totally happen. Rainbow Dash giggled.
Looks like someone needs a huggy.
What? She said as she got up and walked towards Scootaloo, who her diapered Rio clinking behind her. Stay away from me, you pedophile molester, yelled Scootaloo. She ran out of the nursery and got the front door. Interestingly enough, this time the door was closed and locked. Scootaloo began to look for anything that could... Scootaloo began to look for anything that could unlock the door, but it appeared to only open with a key. Shocking. As she frantically looked for any other way to open the door, she heard a voice behind her. I'm gonna make cupcakes out of you! I sure could go for some pancakes! Okay, now.
Is there something I can help you with?
Scootaloo turned around to see a familiar yellow pony. Pegasi, rather. Good. That's what fucking Fluttershy is! She's a Pegasi! Pegasi. Scootaloo turned around to see... Fluttershy! Said Scootaloo in desperation. What the hell is going on? What happened to Rainbow Dash? She's got all freaky and babyish.
Oh yeah, I guess she has.
This makes no sense. How did she get this way?
Well, I guess you could say I kind of had a move in it. I kind of broke her mentally and then made her think she was my baby.
What? Said Scootaloo, hardly believing others. You mean to tell me that this is your doing?
Yes, I suppose you could say that. Mainly drugs. Lots and lots of drugs. Sweet, delicious drugs. Oh, I'm getting off topic. But why?
Because I'm evil.
But why?
I don't know. Parents never loved me enough. They thought I was a girl for the longest time.
But why?
Ugh.
Well, I wanted to fill you my own, and it seemed the obvious choice to turn my friend into one.
Really? The obvious choice for a little filly. Turn your best friend into one. If you ever want a child of your own, go break your best friend mentally so badly that you can hypnotize them into thinking that they're your child. It'll work. I promise. I swear to God you won't get sued or anything. We have never been happier. I also have other reasons for doing it, and I'm not at liberty to say at the moment. That is sick, said Scootaloo, turned around to find another way out of the door. Another way out of the door, looking to see if a key was hidden nearby. And where might you be going, my little pony? I'm going to go find help from Rainbow Dash. And you too. Without making a sound, Fluttershy picked up a nearby vase while Scootaloo's attention was still focused on the door.
I'm afraid it's not quite time for you to go just yet,
said Fluttershy. Scootaloo turned her head around, but she didn't see the vase coming. It hit the back of her head, knocking her out, shattering the vase into 100 fragments. Scootaloo fell to the floor, alive but unconscious. She has a concussion. The floor littered with many bits of broken clay. Fluttershy approached and examined Scootaloo.
Oh my, said Fluttershy. I didn't mean to hurt you, Scootaloo.
You of all people should know that unconsciousness is caused by concussions. That's going to hurt. She picked up the unconscious Philly and carried her down to the basement. She's going to make cupcakes out of me. Oh, what's the worst thing that happened?
I'm sorry, Scootaloo, I really am. It's just that you have an appointment, and I intend to see that you make it. I don't envy the headache you will have when you wake up, but I really hope that by the time we're through, you'll be much more understanding. That being said, I wish you luck.
Star. Scootaloo did eventually wake up with a major headache. You think? When she came to that she was in the darkness and smelled like pine all around her. And it smelled like pine all around her, whatever. Feeling around, she realized that she was inside a wooden box or crate of some kind. There were some holes that let light and air, but otherwise she was trapped. She couldn't help but wonder what had gone wrong with Fluttershy. She never knew the Yellow Pony to have ever done anything like this to anyone before, to her knowledge, but of course, as we know, this has happened before, with the Mayor of Ponyville. And Mr. and Mrs. Cake. And many other people. Terrifying, right? Gaining her strength, she tried to push at the sides at the top to see if she could open the box, but it was sealed. She tried kicking at the top, but it didn't go good. Although it just seemed to move the box slightly, so she kicked to the side and the box moved more. Scootaloo kept up this kicking, and the box did eventually begin to move more and more. What she could not realize was that the box she was on a high shelf, and that very quick she delivered on the box, pushed her wooden prison more and more over the edge. Eventually, the box finally tipped over too much over the edge, and down tumbled Scootaloo's wooden box and all. Alright, Scootaloo wooden box and all, whatever. The wood of the box was not very thick or strong, so it shattered upon impact, and Lauren's little Pegasus was freed. Took a while, but Scootaloo did get up. Full on, ow, as she could get out her bearings straight. She looked around. She realized that this was in some sort of basement or storage area. Ground was pure stone, large boxes formed a sort of barrier that prevented her from exploring. Lights were few and far between. There was no such natural light at all, and only a few dim spotlights that dang up from the ceiling. One such light fell upon a long, antique photograph with a piece of paper attached to it that said, "Play me." Desperate for any answers, even if they weren't ones she would like, she cranked up the phonograph and set the needle on the cylinder. The phonograph made some scratching noise before it finally spoke. "Hello, Scootaloo. First of all, let me apologize for you knocking you out like that. Believe me when I say I'm Billy Crystal. By the way, that joke is that's the saw puppet, Billy Crystal. Oh my god! She'll use a saw reference. That way I have good reason to do the voice. That being said, I want to play a game. The rules are simple. All I have to do is solve the battle that the test is ahead of you. You learn more about me when I do the process of the battle. So what you are. If you succeed, I can guarantee you freedom. Follow more games, complete your tests. By the way, while you were unconscious, I took liberty of tiring you. No, but I trust you as you will need it. Let the game begin. I don't know how that turned out. I hope it turned out well. But god damn it. Don't get me wrong, I like the original Saw movie. The rest of them kind of suck, but the original one was good. But whatever. And with that, the phonograph turned static. In this orientation, she didn't even notice that she was in fact wearing a diaper. "Screw this," she said. And with that, she ripped off the diaper that was on her flank and tossed it to one side. Looking around, she noticed painted arrows on the floor, illuminated by some spotlights that indicated where she should go. Turning out on a hallway, she saw more painted arrows and dim lights. And followed accordingly. There was occasional debris, but nothing dangerous. She couldn't help but feel this might have been like some sort of haunted house, or that skeleton or ghost might pop up at any moment to scare her. And at least the atmosphere was fitting. True. She walked until she felt something wet going down her leg. Startled, she looked between her legs. "Gah! What the hey? I didn't even feel it!" Well, Philly was unurinating and uncontrollably like that. Understandably agitated, she shook herself off when the urine stopped. Walking a bit further down the hallway, she saw a little table with a box and note on it. It said, "In case you don't follow the first instruction." Scootaloo opened the box and looked inside. Figures. Scootaloo reached into the box and pulled out a fresh diaper. Realizing that Fluttershy wanted to play by the rules, and that she had no way of knowing whether she was Were not she was content, she is put on, despite how strange and immature it made her feel. Do you really want to kiss yourself again? No, but you're going to anyway, so I don't care. When she was done, she continued on her way and soon encountered a red painted arrow pointing to a door. The door had red painted words on it that said, on it. Seriously, is this just like a Saw joke? All of this is one big Saw joke? Pushing the door open, she stepped inside. Luckily for me, I've actually seen most of the Saw movies. Oh god damn it, I'm gonna have to do Billy Crystal again. After opening the door, pulled on a string that activated a mechanism that caused a series of lights to go on in the room. Okay, this is seriously like it. The first light illuminated a nearby wall full of photos. Each photograph was an image of a different pony, each in diapers and in a playful pose. If you haven't seen Saw, then most of this won't make sense for you. If you have seen Saw, you're probably facepalming right now and thinking, why the hell would somebody do this? And if that's the case, I feel the exact same way. Although I do think it's pretty creative that this actually fits really well for it. Oh well. Each photograph had a name and date on it. Looking through the photographs, Screwloo was surprised to see many faces and names she recognized, like Pinkie Pie, Big Mac, Soren, Twilight Sparkle, along with others she didn't recognize, like Derpy, Cupcake, Flying Sparks, and Bob Bob. Next to all the pictures was a list with names and dates along with a number assigned to each one. Then a light illuminated on a phonograph, which began to play automatically from the same mechanism that turned the lights on. Doing my Billy Crystal voice. Oh. Hello, Screwloo. What you see before you was my wall of precious memories. Every photo is a record of one of my most cherished times with my past babies. Long ago, I discovered that I have interest, impotence, and age play. It brought me so much joy. I wanted to share the joy with as many bodies as possible, so I devised the number system. When a pony's number comes up, Rufus explained what it is and what to do with them. One night, most think of the idea as a bit weird at first, but when I eventually convinced the last word to try it. Even then, activation playing can be difficult the first times. So, I took alchemy and time to a special chemical that is small doses temperatures, inhibitions, and induces an infantile state. A full blood, if you will. I call it full blood because, I'm really fucking bunny. Do you like that shit? I'm really fucking bunny. It is odorless, tasteless, and dissolves in most liquids. In my passion, I made two rules. The first rule is never to abuse full of my interest to force my interest on another. The second rule is never practice age play with actual fools. Recently, I broke both rules. The first will frame matters, and the second with you. Reasons why will eventually become clear. Now for your first test. This is like a mixture of Saw and Cupcakes. I hate it. But I also love it. Oh god damn it, I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm gonna have to do it a lot. I hope you guys don't mind it that much. I don't know, I'll probably listen to it over, and if I don't like it, then I'll just re-record it. First the lights went on, and the door behind Screwloo was slammed shut and locked. Screwloo was startled by the slamming door, but I found it was quickly drawn to a mechanical plate on a pedestal near the far wall with a mirror on it. The plate was connected to a lock mechanism on a nearby door. Next to it was a box full of copper pacifiers. On the wall behind it was a 60-second clock that was also connected to the mechanism. I imagine you're feeling stressed right now. One thing I have found coming times stretch is selecting an active second with a pacifier. So I've provided you with a whole box full of them. The device with the metal plate will unlock the door next to it, but it needs a special kind of key. The key is found in one of the pacifiers in the box and it will be used when it is sucked on. In order to use it, you'll have to find the right pacifier, bring it to the plate and suckle over it. I also provided you with a mirror so you can see how cute you look as you try your pacifier. Don't take too much time to remind yourself, though. Go look at the canisters in the corners of the ceiling. So you looked up in the corners of the ceiling, and each canister was each one was a canister with the words "full Mila" with a paint on it. They were hooked by wires to the device. Screwloo gulped when she saw them. You really overthrown within a lot of time. If it was from a main blood, a special gas is form of full Mila will be released into the room. I don't think I need to tell you what will happen if you breathe it. There are 60 seconds to every room. Every day, die. Wait, no, shit. Crap, I don't fucking suit. No, I shouldn't say that. That just means, that's just me. I know. Live or try. Yeah, I won't get sued at all. Why? No, I won't, I promise. Make your choice. and have fun with it. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm having fun with this, though, in a weird way. Soon afterwards, the cylinder of the phonograph stopped and the clock began to count down. 60 seconds. Realizing that this was serious, she ran to the box, picked up the first pacifier, ran to the plate, popped the pacifier in her mouth, put her snout over the plate, and suckled on the pacifier. She couldn't help but see herself as she did in the mirror. The sight of it was humiliating, but the door did not open. Spitting out as the pacifier looked, she looked at the clock. 50 seconds. She had to work faster. She grabbed two, ran to the plate, and tried one after another. No go. She had another two, and another two. Nothing happened. 40 seconds. She worked as fast as she could, suckling pacifier after pacifier. Actually became almost autonomous. And despite all the pressure that was on her, the act of suckling the pacifier was soothing to her, which aided in her quest to find the oral key. 30 seconds. Scootaloo was really beginning to panic, as every pacifier was a different color. She couldn't tell if there was supposed to be a correct one she was looking for. She just showed one after another. 20 seconds. The box was half empty. The pacifiers littered the floor, but the door was not opened. Scootaloo began to cry, but her kept at her task. 10 seconds. Scootaloo pulled out a pacifier that was at the bottom of the box, popped it in her mouth, brought it to the plate, and suckled. The door opened without spitting on the pacifier. She ran out the door and closed it behind her and locked. Scootaloo sat on the floor, still suckling at the pacifier that brought her food and restaurant for a while. I did not expect this, actually. I really didn't. It's probably the last thing I expected. When she had finally calmed down, she took out the pacifier and examined it. It was orange with a purple shield and a butterfly on the front. It was her colors. She looked at the back door when she came to the room. There was a piece of string tied in a circle and taped to the door. She pulled down the string, tied the pacifier handle with a cow hitch in the string, and hung the pacifier around her neck. She had already discarded her diaper for it, and met for disaster. Seeing the unpredictable nature of the game, she didn't want to take any chances, even if she couldn't foresee needing the pacifier. Getting her bearing straight, she looked around her. She was in a hallway with another set of arrows at once set to follow them, not knowing where they would lead. Oh my god. I hate myself. I really do. Whatever. As Scootaloo walked further down the hallway, she noticed a bunch of photos that were hung from strings that were attached from wall to wall, like clotheslines. Looking at some of the photos, she saw ones with Fluttershy and other ponies together, dressed up in pole outfits. The participants of the photo looked so happy, but they still made them feel really weird, understandably. As she walked down the path, and she wondered if she was still in Fluttershy's house. Granted, she had never been in the Olympics. Spam source, so it was possible to tell, but it still seemed really strange for someone like Fluttershy to have all this in her house. Eventually, she came upon another that said, "To spot," painted in red letters on the door. I don't remember what friggin' song this is. I think this is like Saw 3 with a mixture of like Saw 2 and other ones. It's kind of weird. Saying the words of the previous door, she was not looking forward to whatever was on the other side of the door. Still, Scootaloo got her courage up, opened the door, and stepped inside. It wasn't dark inside, but Scootaloo had hard time figuring out what the room was. As before, the door closed behind her, and she saw what appeared to be a changing table, a wardrobe, and a diaper pail and a crib. Coming from the crib were a series of wires connected to a monitor, and some kind that was letting out a constant beep and had a bright red light. Horror filled Scootaloo's heart when she realized that the crib had an occupant, and a sleeping occupant who was waking up. Running the crib let out a yawn and stretch, coming closer to Scootaloo, who could make out the features of the pony. She was a unicorn with a white coat and purple mane. Yep. She, as dressed in rather infantile yet frilly pink dress, completely trimmed with white lace. As Scootaloo gazed when she realized who the unicorn was. Rarity opened her eyes, but she didn't look happy. She looked rather cranky. She turned to Scootaloo, looking at her in a way that Scootaloo had never seen. "Mommy, is that you? I need a grown-up," said Rarity. Rarity began to cry, and the monitor began to beat faster and faster. "Rarity, not you too? What the hell is that machine?" "Oh, goddamn it, Billy Crystal voice." Suddenly, a phonograph in the corner of the room started to turn on, and once again, heard Fluttershy's voice emanating for it. "Well, Scoot, since you know it's me, I'm just going to use my normal voice." Okay, no, it's no fun. "Hello, Scoot." "Hello, Scootaloo. If you're hearing this, the recording means you passed the first test. Congratulations!" "Now for your second test." "Is a very good friend of mine. I've never known as Rarity, but here she is known as Princess Pretty Pants. Princess Pretty Pants! Isn't her dress cute?" That's made full wear by her. She and I have often had a lot of fun together, and she has agreed to help me in this test. I would normally continue, but my throat is starting to hurt. I will do Fluttershy's voice, though. "She has been given a small amount of
foam yellow, which has been temporarily reduced to her an infantile state of mind. Even in the fall, she never liked getting dirty, and it just so happens that she has messed her diaper, which is making her very cranky. You can see it in the monitor. She is hooked up to which measures her heart rate and stress levels. The monitor also controls the door lock mechanism. So to stay to open the door, you will need to bring her stress levels back to normal, and to do that, you will need to change her diaper. Don't even think about disconnecting the monitor from her either, as a flat line will cause you to fail the test. If you need is there at the changing table, give it a try. Make your choice, and have fun.
Photograph stopped, but Rarity looked from far from stopping. She was crying, clearly agitated. All this was very weird for Scootaloo, and the thought of changing an adult pony's diaper was not pleasing to her. But she knew that somehow she had to pass this test. Realizing that the door would only open with lowered heart rate and stress, she wondered if she could possibly calm Rarity down without having to change her diaper. Rarity, I really don't want to do this. Can we discuss, our grown ponies? Mommy, my diaper's all icky. Could you please change me? Scootaloo put her hoof to her face. This was not going to be easy. Okay, listen, Rarity. Let's go.
Princess,
said Rarity. Come again?
Princess. I'm Princess Pretty Pants.
Okay, fine. Princess Pretty Pants.
You got at the crib and end up on the changing table so I can change you and get this stuff over with.
Rarity huffed and shook her head from side to side.
Don't wanna.
Rarity pouted. You don't want me to change your diaper?
No, want mommy to change me. Don't wanna weave my quib.
Scootaloo sighed. Realizing that she didn't have the strength to pick up the pony up and put her on a changing table, she had to do things Rarity's way. With the monitor, she was not calming down anytime soon. Scootaloo approached the crib, looked around, and noticed that the crib was off on the drop side of Rarity. Realizing this, she pulled the side down, resting on the floor. Now she had complete access to Rarity and saw the detail of her adult full dress, as well as a collection of stuffed animals with her. Rarity looked at Scootaloo, smiled at her, but was still quite fussy. Okay, sit tight for a moment, said Scootaloo. Scootaloo ran over to the changing table and grabbed as many supplies as she could, bringing them over to the vicinity of the crib. She brought baby wipes, talcum powder, and a new diaper, and she moved the pail closer. Then Scootaloo climbed in the crib. Rarity was still supposed to be there. Princess Pretty Pants. I'm going to need you to lie still for me while I change you. Can you do that? Rarity stopped fussing for a moment and looked at Scootaloo.
I can try, said the big baby unicorn.
That's adorable. Scootaloo nodded and lifted up the unicorn's dress. One look at her diaper, and it was obvious that she needed to change her both sight and smell. Scootaloo really didn't want to do this, but she had little choice. And I really don't want to continue reading this, but I have little choice. Because if I stopped now, I would have wasted 42 minutes of my life. Well, you guys are probably just laughing your asses off like, I can't believe you're doing this. This is so stupid. I love it. And I'm just moping to myself, why am I doing this? Scootaloo nodded and lifted up the unicorn's dress. We'll look at her diaper. Oh, wait, no. Okay, here we go, said the orange little fella. Scootaloo opened the diaper. Ew, I don't know real mommies deal with this. Took a while, Scootaloo took a deep breath, removed the diaper, wrapped it in a ball, and tossed it into the diaper pail. She took a baby wipe and cleaned the adult full unicorn as much as she could. Rarity appeared to be enjoying this highly. Once Scootaloo was done, she applied some powder and took out the new diaper, unfolding it, placed it under Rarity's croak. This was no easy task, considering that Rarity weighed much more than she was used to lifting. Still, she managed to get the new diaper on Rarity and secured the tapes in place. Better. All better, said Scootaloo. Scootaloo put Rarity's dress back down, put the baby wipes and talcum powder away, and slid the door of the back crib up. The monitor was still beeping rapidly, but not as much as before. Scootaloo sighed. I changed your diaper, said Scootaloo. What more do you want from me?
Sing for me, Mommy.
Asked Princess Pretty Pants. Oh okay, fine.
What was it that Fluttershy was saying?
Scootaloo thought for a moment, cleared her throat, and began to sing alot, not nearly as well Fluttershy as we built it. I'm gonna sing this like one of them would because I don't want to sing in Scootaloo's voice.
Hush now, quiet now. It's time to lay your sleepy head. Hush now, quiet now. It's time to go to bed.
That's all I remember, said Scootaloo. Seemed to be working, however. Soon enough, Rarity began to get herself comfortable and seemed to be drifting off into a nap. The alarm began to slow until eventually the light on the monitor turned from red to green. The door mechanism unlocked. Sighing relief, Scootaloo walked toward the door, stopping only to look at the resting Rarity. After a minute, she's kind of cute like this. God damn it. She thought. Scootaloo opened the door and stepped inside. She was wearing the diaper and best fire and wondered if, in the back of her mind, she would have given them to Rarity. Putting it out of her mind, she continued on, wondering what her next test would be. I fear. We still got a good bit. We still got a good bit of this left. Scootaloo walked down the path and down another hallway. This time it was not nearly as long as the others, and it didn't take long before she reached her next destination. Same as before, there was a door with red letters on it. This time they read, "See as I see." She pushed open the doors and stepped inside once again the door and closed the lock behind her. This room was really simple. The room was effectively halved by a glass wall. There was a door on the right of each side of the glass wall, which she guessed was a possible exit for each side. In front of her was a large console with a large lever and stool in front of it. The console dominated the view of the room, so she didn't see around it at first. Walking around to take a good look at the room, she realized that the room was beyond that glass wall with some sort of cell and there was a prisoner inside. Resting on a single twin-sized mattress was a certain diaper Pegasus with a blue coat and a rainbow-colored maid. Fuck. Fuck. She appeared to be resting when she saw Scootaloo enter. She got up and looked at her as if she was the last person she expected to see. "Pipsqueak? Is that you?" said Rainbow Dash. "Yes, it's me," said Scootaloo, pressing her ears against glass. "Are you okay, Rainbow Dash? Are you all there?" "Yeah, I think so," Dash said Rainbow Dash, walking to the glass. "I think I remember was going to Fluttershy's house. And I'll blow after that. I don't come in this place. And can you hurry up and get me out of here?" "Sure, hold on," said Scootaloo as she looked around. Scootaloo turned her attention to the lever on the console, but had no clue what it did. Looking around some more, she found yet another phonograph, once again with a sound that said, "Play me. Play with me." Deciding it was better to know the rules, Scootaloo turned the crank of the phonograph and said play. "Hey Scootaloo, and welcome to your bird test. In the previous tests I had you feel as I feel and do as I do. Well, you shall see as I see. It's a funny thing about formula. Its effects eventually wear off if it is not administered periodically. I've been trying to develop one that has a more permanent effect. Putting on the other side of glass has recently recovered from the effects of formula. You know her very well. You look for her as long as you can remember. You think of her as a big sister, a hero, a role model, and at times a loved one. Also one you masturbate to. I've seen you do it. Seriously, what the fuck, Scoots?" Okay, now. "I invite you to see her as I see her. A simple, ordinary pony, capable of faults like everybody else. You place her on the pedestal, but do you honestly believe she thinks of you nearly as much as you think of her? Back during the meteor shower, you were quick to take her out her garbage. Would she ever return the favor? Look to the walls behind you." Scootaloo looked at the wall behind her. Attached to the wall was a series of pages that looked like they were taken from a journal of some kind. Upon closer inspection, it was clear that they were part of a particular pony's journal. Rainbow Dash's journal. Scootaloo began to skim over the pages. Many referred to Scootaloo by name, with nothing positive to report. Other made reference to the Pipsqueak, that annoying thing that Billy follows me around a lot. Girl flat out expressed the wish that Scootaloo would just leave her alone. One or two questioned where her family was and why they weren't giving her attention. And yet others just flat out insulted Scootaloo. Look, well, Scootaloo. Look, well, Scootaloo, these journals serve as an insight as to what Rainbow Dash thinks of you, but you yourself know the most telling evidence of all. When Rainbow Dash heard this, she began to shake her head. Think back to the events of a week ago. Oh. Well, that one thing will be explained. Yay! Scootaloo had put it out of her mind, but the memory came flooding back. She was standing in the middle of the field. Sometime in the afternoon, it was raining. On that past day, Scootaloo had been doing everything in her power except for Rainbow Dash, who had agreed to take her out under her wing that day. She started out smoothly, but over the course of the day, things got worse. Scootaloo's performance in tasks assigned to her worsened over the length of the day, and the more Scootaloo tried, the worse she performed, and Rainbow Dash became more and more annoyed. And by the day's end, Scootaloo had been involved in an unfortunate accident in the middle of one of Rainbow Dash's assignments that had resulted in the loss of some of her feathers. Rainbow Dash was clutching her wing close to her and was wincing in pain. God, my wing! I could have lost my ability to fly for weeks because of your rottenness, this Pipsqueak. I'm sorry, Rainbow Dash, I really am. I just did what you told me to. Please let me try it again. I'll do better next time. There won't be a next time. Go home. We're done here. Please. I want to be a good assistant. I don't be a goddamn assistant. Without thinking, Rainbow Dash delivered a mighty slap to Scootaloo's head that was so powerful it knocked her clear into the dirt. She turned to mud in the rain. Yikes. This is why I don't like Rainbow Dash. Which turned to mud in the rain and blah blah. Scootaloo eventually got off of some time, a mark on her face where Rainbow Dash had hit her. She looked at Rainbow Dash, who stared back at her in horror. Scootaloo, said Rainbow Dash, but Scootaloo didn't give Rainbow Dash time to finish. She ran away as far as possible, tears running down the sides of her face. That's where the memory ended. When Scootaloo opened her eyes, she was back in the room with the glass wall, separating her and Rainbow Dash. She had tears in her eyes and looked straight at Rainbow Dash. I'm so sorry, said Rainbow Dash. Scootaloo only held her hoof in front of her. So, is she flipping her off or what?
Now you have a choice to make. In front of you is a console with a lever that will determine the fate of you both. Using it will free one pony while exposing the other to a potent gaseous form of formula. If you pull the lever towards you, you can free the Pegasus that will put you on a pedestal so much, forever freeing her of her captivity. But in doing so, you will surrender yourself to the formula and become my baby. Or you can push the lever towards her, save yourself, and in the process regress the Pegasus that has treated you so poorly all this time to the point of impotency. You can get back at her and make sure she doesn't hurt you anymore. Maybe you can do to her what she has failed to be to you. So what will it be, Skulu? Put her needs before your own, like you have done time and time again, or take destiny in your own hooves, and be the older pony, be the older and wiser pony for once. Live or try. Make your choice.
Skulu stared at the console and then approached it. She stepped up in the stool and put her hoof on the lever. Looked straight into Rainbow Dash's eyes. They were full of fear and panic. Go that way. Skulu, can you ever forgive me? Said Rainbow Dash. Skulu just took a brief breath and let it out, looking intently at the older pony.
I just wanted you to love me,
said Skulu, choking up. But Scoot, I do love. No, you don't! You've always been so cool and fearless, everything I've ever wanted to be, but you never once told me you cared about me. Rainbow Dash was at a loss for words. But I forgive you, said Skulu. Rainbow Dash let out a sigh of relief, which is why I'm going to give you a second chance. At being a foal. Fuck yeah, Skulu! I love this. I don't regret reading this anymore. I like this now. I'm enjoying this now. Skulu pushed the lever all the way forward. Rainbow Dash's eyes grew to the size of pie plates as terror gripped her heart. He really likes using a description of pie plates, doesn't he? She began to bang on the glass wall, hoping to break it, not realizing it was acrylic and therefore could not be broken by her. The faster she began the glass, the faster she breathed in the full meal glass. Gas, whatever. She began to cough at first and then felt weak at the knees. She fell back on her padded rear and began to cry. She cried like an infant pony, flailing her hooves in the air. Like she just didn't care. The door to Skulu's side opened and stepped out, leaving the wailing blue Pegasus behind her. Oh, fuck, I forgot this has multiple endings. Shit! I'll think of something. Skulu expected to test with Rainbow Dash to be the last, which is why she was surprised that it appeared as though she was not quite done yet. There was no hallway this time. Instead, the door came out and led into another room, and once again, the door closed behind her. She looked around and saw a door on the other side of the room that was glowing purple. Inside the room was a simple table with two objects: a glass of water and a baby bottle full of milk. Skulu looked around for a phonograph of some kind, and sure enough, there was one. Once again labeled with familiar that read, Playmate. Skulu approached it, turned the crank, and set the machine playing once more. You're almost done, Skulu. You've made it past free tests, but now you've learned all about what I do and hopefully gained an understanding of my passions and methods. By the looks of your previous test, you're ready to take Destiny into your own hooves. Question is, what Destiny will it be? I present you to your final test. This one is very simple. Look at the table, and you'll see two drinks. One is a glass of ordinary drinking water, and the other is a baby ball filled with ordinary cow milk. The door has been magically intended by one of my unicorn foals to only open if a certain condition is met. The condition is that you drink one of these liquids. Once that happens, the door will open, and the game will be over. You may be guessing that one of them has formula added to it. That would be a logical guess. Question is, if one of them does contain formula, which one is it? You can't tell beforehand because formula is colorless, tasteless, and dissolves in liquids. While this may seem like a guessing game, it is not. All you have to do is think about what you've learned today and whether or not you're ready to accept it. Now, it is time for you to make a choice. I have an idea, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording right here. I'm going to upload 2 separate videos. Probably, leave a little annotation. And click on one for which one you want. You want to drink a glass of water or the glass of milk? And during the time of where I'm, just going to put the annotations, probably around here, I want to say, this has definitely been very interesting. I hope you've all been enjoying. I know I do. And, I've made a decision. I'm starting a channel. One for gaming. Probably, I'll probably put some Magic the Gathering. Maybe I'll play, let's play a video game or something. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Probably when I, get the time to do it and figure it out. But, just kind of a small update there. I really don't know what else to say. I don't know. Yeah. So, make your choice.